That's insane. This is insane. Like, seems mandatory. Jesus. Holy sh... Deadeye is actually looking kind of crazy, dude. Holy moly. Was this not 1% per 20 life? This used to be 1% per 20 life. Ooh. That's kind of a hard-hitting nerf. Dude, I get 2 chalupas for the price of 1. It's buy 1, get 1 chalupa. Oh my god, Taco Bell has never been so appealing. Why does this class seem really fucking good? Why do all of them seem really fucking good, honestly? At the start of the early access in Path of Exile 2, each of the 6 character classes will have 2 Ascendancy classes available. To help you choose your path, we're revealing all 12 Ascendancies in this news post. Stormweaver. This is the class that I would probably be using if I'm going to go Palpatine. So I think I'm obviously going Titan first move, but we're going to look at the Ascendancies and see if that changes it. So first thing first. Exposure you inflict lowers the resistance by an additional 20%. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Grant scale Elemental Storm. Triggers Elemental Storm on critical hit with spells. Fire, cold, lightning, elemental damage. Hits do not deal elemental damage, will not proc the storm. So this is going to be a crit-based lightning build, basically. If you run that. Elemental Storm has 150% more cooldown recovery rate. Oh, so this can't just spam? There's a cooldown with it? I didn't see the cooldown. Okay, maybe there's a cooldown we can't see. Targets can be affected by 2 of your chills at the same time. Your chill can reduce action speed by a maximum of 35%. 25% less magnitude of chill you inflict. So you can double the chill, but it's 25% less effective, essentially. Okay. All damage from hits contribute to chill magnitude. That's actually cool. So you can basically go like snow or ice. Increased effect of arcane surge on you per 15 maximum mana. That seems nutty considering you'd probably be mana stacking a whole bunch. And number 8 down here underneath me says you have arcane surge. So you're consistently arcane surged, which gives you 10% more cast speed and 20% more mana regeneration. That's actually kind of nutty. Increased effect of arcane surges on you per 15 maximum mana. So what, you stack mana, you get Arcane Surge to be even more crazy. I like the lightning version of this. All damage from hits contribute to the shock chance, and you can stack shock twice as much. 40% of elemental damage taken recouped as energy shield. Damn, okay. And that one's over here. I guess I'd probably go like Force of Will, 4 points here. Maybe go into Strike twice here for the shock. And then maybe... Man, the damage, elemental damage taken as energy shield is actually kind of crazy. Maybe the exposure you inflict. Okay. Well, that one looks like it's going to be insane. Okay, Chronomancer. Now, we were thinking Chronomancer was going to basically be more DPS on these nodes. Let's see if that was right. Okay, skills have a chance to not consume a cooldown when used. Really? So this really is, they're doubling down on the cooldown thing. Time Snap, we always see these one. Time Freeze Temporal. Every 12 seconds, you gain 50% more cast speed for 4 seconds. Holy shit. Enemies in your presence are slowed by 20%. I don't really care about that one that much. I mean, I guess that's like kind of nice maybe for mapping. I don't know how much I care about that. 30% of damage taken recouped as life. Wait, what? Yo, doesn't that seem even better for melee Chronomancer? 30% of damage recouped? Recoup effects instead occur over 4 seconds. So basically how this works is when you receive damage, you're like gaining a portion of this damage. 30% of it back is like regen on your life. Yeah, of all damage. Life, not ES though. Yeah, but there's not a lot of like other synergy around ES for this, other than just the fact it's a mage, right? So like I feel like you could just build like a melee build with this. Recoup takes 8 seconds now. Yeah, except this one down here, this one, it says recouped effects instead occur over 4 seconds. So it's twice as fast also. Chronomancer feels like melee wizard, like the last Epoch one. It definitely feels like melee wizard to me. That's sort of what I'm looking at here. This feels like melee wizards back on the menu, boys. That looks good. Okay, here we go. Titan. All right, thank God, Titan. All right, let's see what they got for us. 50% more armor from equipped body armor. That's over here. So that's on its own tree. You would just kind of go out of the way for that. This one up here is 20% chance for slams used to be the Aftershock. We've seen that one. And then up here, after that, is every second slam you use yourself is ancestrally boosted. And ancestrally boosted says that has 20% more damage and area of effect. So every other one is doing 20% more AoE, 20% more damage. That's a lot. That's a lot of more damage because now we have more on heavy stun, we have more on ancestrally boosted, and we have the 20% chance for an Aftershock from the slam. This is kind of just stacking in the direction like Titan's the one that's going to do a fuckload of damage. Am I wrong? Let's see what the other ones are. Okay, carry a chest watch adds inventory. That's here in the middle, right here, which means you gotta kind of go out of the way for that. And then increases effect of small passive skills is absolutely disgusting. That's insane. This is insane. Like, seems mandatory. 50% increased effect of small passive skills. Yo, I bet this stacks with the jewel too. That's crazy, dude. Okay, so when you take small passive nodes, like these, for instance, increase melee 50% more, you're gonna have 50% more of that, 50% more stun build up, 50% more of these armor nodes, region nodes, area of effect. Like, that's crazy, dude. Because you have to, like, you're gonna have so much value from just constantly having small nodes. So this one's guaranteed, okay? Hold on, we have to figure out our build. Okay, we need to like do some try hard Andy shit here for a moment. Let me open up Paint. We gotta actually use our brain for a moment, guys. All right, let's think about this. We went 3. Let's put this away. We went 3. That's 4 points. Or not 3, we went 4. God damn it, I've already fucked up. We went 4, 5, 4 points, okay? Then that leaves us 4 more points here. We went 5 for sure. Okay, so then we want the 40% more damage, which is 7, which means we go 6 to 7, right? And that's 4 points. And that's done, because we went 40% more damage. This is thought process number 1. This is one concept here, okay? However, there's also, we have 15% more HP, which is an argument to be made. 50% more armor, which is an argument to be made. So we could drop the stun for 15% more life and 50% more armor if we feel like we're ZDPS. I'm not really convinced that anything is better than these. Like, I definitely wouldn't take the chance for slam or the 20% over the 40% guaranteed. So I think this is Titan. So this is our Titan build. Okay, let's go back to looking at these. Okay, so that's Titan. Let's look at Warbringer now. Okay, Warbringer looks like a snooze fest so far from what I'm seeing. We have breaks armor equal to 10% of damage dealt. You can break armor to below 0. It depends upon how low you could break that. What else do we have here? The Ancestral Spirit summons an Ancestral Spirit minion to fight for you. Okay, so the Monkey Confirmed is basically a minion. That's a log out, in my opinion. 20% of damage taken from hits is taken from your nearest totem's life before you. Okay, that's nice. A 40% chance to block from equipped shield instead of the shield's value. So is this a hardcore Ascendancy? Is this our hardcore warrior shield, tanky, son of a bitch meta? Is that what this is? Because, I mean, 20% of damage taken from totem's life. We have shield-related values here. 35% less block chance, but can block damage from all hits while shield is not raised. Interesting. This just seems like you're layering defenses. This looks like hardcore. You don't understand 6. The shields determine what the block chance is. This one just makes it static, where it's always a 40% block chance base that can then be ramped off of that. So this is your shield defensive mastery, basically. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. I'm actually like not that hyped by this one. What's 8 and 9? Yeah, here, I'll shrink it up a little bit. I know it's a little there. 25% of their life is physical damage, exploding corpses, and then ignores war cries. Or cooldowns. So you can spam those if you want. This is a Warcry tank build. I still don't like this. This is a little boring to me. I mean, infinitely breaking armor seems insanely good. Yes, depending upon how this works, that's one part I agree with. Being able to break armor below 0 does seem like it's, I'm ramping. That does seem that way, yes. But the monkey, yeah, it's confirmed it's a minion. We know what the monkey does, boys, now. It's a minion. What skills it has, we don't know. So we still kind of don't know what the monkey do, but like it's kind of a minion. This is I mean, am I wrong though? This is a hardcore class, is it not? You got Jade, you got Shield, you got blocks taken from Totem. So you're a minion, Andy, if you take the monkey. That's basically what I'm seeing. And I'm not I can't do it. I can't give Ghazi the satisfaction. I can't go minion. Yeah, so Warbringer, I don't know how you guys feel about Warbringer. Maybe this excites some people. This doesn't excite me. I am not going to be a Warbringer player, at least not on launch. We'll see if maybe when I try to run it back as hardcore, maybe. Okay, moving on to Deadeye. Let's look at the Ranger here. 30% chance that you would gain frenzy charges. Instead, you gain up to your max number of frenzy charges. So that's basically the Juggernaut Endurance thing from PoE 1, which was actually good there. Benefits from consuming frenzy charge for skills have 50% chance to be doubled. Okay, that's kind of like crazy. No accuracy penalty at distance. 4A, 4B, you can select 2 different ones. 20% more hit to targets in the first 3.5 meters of their movement. Scaling down with distance travel. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, so this is more damage closer or more damage far away. Get it? I get it. Okay, so you either can choose to do more damage close, more damage far away. Got it. Skills fire an additional projectile, additional mark. Gain Tailwind. Tailwind's a stacking buff, which grants increased movement speed, increased skill speed, and 15% increased evasion rating per stack for 10 seconds. Maximum 10 stacks. So you can get 10% movement, 30% skill speed, and 150% evasion. Jesus. Deadeye is actually looking pretty solid. 3% less damage. Wait, 3% less damage per Tailwind. So you're taking 30% less damage also while also having more evasion rating. Jesus. Holy shit. Deadeye is actually looking kind of crazy, dude. Holy moly. Deadeye melee? Wait, like a frenzy melee Deadeye? The less damage per Tailwind's actually like kind of crazy. Yeah, that's actually like really good. Well, a lot of people are gonna be playing Deadeye, I think, seeing that. Okay, let's look at Flask Finder here. 30% more flask charges gained. Life flasks effects are not removed when unreserved life is filled. Okay, so you have like the overflow here. That's good. Most damaging poison enemies you kill is spread. Double the amount of poison. We've seen these ones. Brew Concoction. Consumes charges from Mana Flask to throw a bottle explodes, doing unarmed chaos damage in area. Poison inflicted by the skill has more effect. Oh, 50%, not 30? Oh, you're right, 50% more. Consumes Mana Flask, throw a bottle explodes, dealing unarmed lightning damage. So you're throwing mana instead of HP here. Consumes charges from mana, throw a bottle, doing cold attack. Explodes. So you can do fire, cold, lightning, and chaos. You can do all of them. Oh, and bleeding. That's actually interesting. Do the bleeding concoction build? Huh. Physical Pathfinder build. Then grants 5 passive skill points. That's actually crazy. You just get 5 bonus levels. 30% less movement speed penalty when using skills, and your speed is unaffected by slows. Interesting. This basically just looks like a poisonous concoction build only. This is just flask flower ascendancies, what this is looking like, or poison. If you're going the poison Andy shit. The +5 passive skills could actually be like pretty nice though. Kind of underwhelming though. Yeah, level 105 Pathfinder basically. Okay, Blood Mage. This is the one I'm actually really curious about because I thought melee Blood Mage actually looked super fun. Grant skill, Life Remnant. Skill gain a base life cost equal to base mana. Okay, so it drinks the blood of your enemies to restore your life. While active, enemies you have a chance to spawn Life Remnant, and critically hitting a target spawns a Life Remnant every few seconds. Okay, that's new information. Picking up life grants you life, which can overflow maximum life. So you can double your life, basically. 2x life overflow with the Life Remnants counts as a buff. And that's a skill that can also be modified as well. So I wonder if you could like increase effect or something like that to let you overflow life even more. I wonder if there's a way to make it where instead of just 2x life, you can go like 3x or something. Critical hits means it works on bosses as well. And then we have life. Okay, I like that the spell damage is over here for Leech, so we just don't have to take that. And then your curses have infinite duration. I don't know how much I care about that. Maybe that's better than I'm thinking. Blood Barbs gain 10% of damage as extra physical damage. Elemental damage also contributes to bleeding magnitude. Oh shit, so you could do like a volcanic fissure bleed based. That's kind of cool. So if you want to do elemental melee, you could still do bleed. 1% increased critical damage bonus per 40 life. Wait, this has been nerfed, is it not? Was this not 1% per 20 life? This used to be 1% per 20 life. Ooh, that's kind of a hard-hitting nerf. They probably did that because they want like the maximum peak of your damage to be if your peak overflowed. Yeah, okay. I could see that. They probably want to make it a little bit more like opportunity-based. Your Titan also got a nerf. The life was 20%, now 15%. True, but the positioning of where the life node is, I don't think we're going to take it anyway because we're going to take damage instead. Base critical chance for spells is 15. That's here at the end of this, which means you don't really need to take that if you decide to just take the crit bonus. The positioning of where things are actually nice, though, on this one, because it means you don't really have to invest in spell shit in order to get the shit that might make melee Blood Mage work. So where I'm looking here, I'm thinking this is actually better for melee than I was originally thinking. Gain energy shield. Okay, wait, what is this? 25% of loss from hits is prevented. Wait, what? Whoa, let's read that again. 25% of life loss from hits is prevented. Then that much life is lost over 4 seconds instead. This is quite literally like Death's Dance from League of Legends. Wait, 25% of life loss from hits is prevented, then that much life is lost over 4 seconds instead. Isn't that crazy? If you have a lot of regen, didn't realize DM was serious about Melee Witch. I'm 100% serious about Melee Witch. This is the class that is making me want to maybe play that instead of Titan. This is the only other one that I'm like super excited about except Palpatine, the obvious Palpatine build. And then the 8th one, gain energy shield from equipped body armor as extra maximum life. I'm assuming that doesn't go on the base, because if that goes on the base and then you double that with your overflow, that's actually pretty disgusting. I'm actually like, I'm debatable about, like, I really want to go Titan. I think Titan looks busted, but honestly, Blood Mage, like, hammer sounds, it does actually sound good. Like, this is the one that I could see myself potentially pulling away. Because what will we actually take here? Let's be serious about it for a second. We got 8 points here. Obviously, you have to take this one. That's 1 point, okay? The other obvious one for me, it depends upon if you're going bleed or not, right? If you're going bleed, then you have to go this way and grab 4, okay? Which means that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4 points already, and you would only have 4 left. I think the one that you have to have is Grasping in this, so this one, and that would be it, which means you wouldn't get the crit. So then probably what you have to do is decide if you're going bleeding or crit, not both, right? But then again, does crit influence bleed? Like, if you have a big crit, does that actually influence how strong the bleed is from the beginning? Why not 7 and 5? Because I want the extra life. Crit does influence it. It's based on hit now. So then maybe the move is you go bleed blood barbs. Okay, that's 4 points. You have 4 left, so you go 2 into the increased crit damage bonus, which you won, which I guess would ramp the bleed. And then you have 2 points left. And then with 2 points left, you probably have to go into Grasping Wounds just because that seems absolutely disgusting. So then you just don't get the extra life from Crimson Power. And that's your DPS nodes. So you go 1, 4, 5, 7, basically. And then that would be your crit bleed build, unless you don't want to do bleed. But then again, 10% of damage is extra physical damage, just like 10% more. Yeah, 1, 4, 5, 7 seems kind of good, right? I'd go 1, 5, 7, 8. So you would go Life Remnancy, critical damage, life prevented, and extra life. That'd probably be better hardcore. You'd lose some DPS though. If you don't have LE damage, 4 is kind of useless. Yeah, but what if you have additional elemental damage on your weapon or something? It'd be kind of nice early. I feel like, what if you get like flat LE damage or something? Depends upon what you're really using as your main move, I guess. I don't know, guys. This actually seems like kind of nut. I feel like Titan is better and the more obvious play and has less like you have to min-max it potential. Okay, let's look at the Infernalist here. All right, what are we dealing with? 20% of cold taking his fire, 20% of lightning taking his fire, physical taking his chaos. Wait, what the fuck? That's crazy. You double down on the fire damage? I guess as chaos damage is a little brutal, but like the fire damage? That's kind of disgusting, is it not? The fuck is this? Reserves 25% of your life. +1 to max mana per 6 life. Oh, Mind Over Mana. So you could run Mind Over Mana. I guess you couldn't run Chaos Inoculation. It would gut the balls off of your bonus. Because I was thinking, what if you run like, you know what? Oh, wait, hold on. What if you run Mind Over Mana? You don't actually take these since 25% of the life reserve doesn't work anyway. And then you Chaos Inoculation, which just means 20% physical damage, just like literally doesn't do anything. Can't run Mom if you turn your mana to lava. Oh, true, yeah. But then what if you just don't take that? What if you literally, this is number 7, which is here. What if you just don't take it? Reserve 75% of life for perma-low life. Interesting. So you perma-low life on purpose. You don't take the pyro. You run Mind Over Matter and maybe Chaos Knock. Well, you can't run Chaos Knock with the reserves. 2 doesn't work with CI. Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm just saying. Like, you can't run these together. I get it. I'm saying you have to pick one or the other. I like the idea of Chaos Inoculation just because of this, but like, yeah, it wouldn't work if you're running the reserves. +1 max energy shield per 8 life, per 6 life. I feel like Mind Over Matter would actually be nice, though. You go perma-low life, and then you see what nodes you can get the bonus off the low life. You just, like, skip this Inferno Flame shit. It is interesting the high Inferno Flame guarantees fire damage, though. Gain 20% of damage fire damage. Damage taken from hits before your Hellhound's life before you. I don't really care about that much. Become ignited when you do a critical hit, taking 50% of your life, and energy shield is fire damage per second. That's number 11. 30% more critical damage bonus. That seems like that could be actually pretty good. Seems like you could be pretty tanky with that one. I don't really care too much about this because it's not a build I would do. I'm not a minion guy. I like this though. This first node is the one that's the most exciting. Moving on. All right, Witchhunter. 20 passive skill points become weapon set skill points. This is still good. Culling Strike. I don't know if I like just having Culling Strike as... I guess Culling Strike's before Decimating, so like you kind of went Decimating. I don't know if I necessarily like Culling Strike as an expense for Ascendancy. I feel like there's other things I would prefer, especially if I can get Culling Strike elsewhere, but kind of is what it is. Let's see. Culling Strike kills normal enemies if their life is at 30% or below. Magic enemies are instead killed at 20. Rare at 10, unique at 5. These thresholds are checked before the damage of the hit is applied. Okay, Decimating Strike seems good. I kind of don't like having to like spend 4 points to get Decimating Strike, though. That's like my biggest issue with it right now. I don't think it's like bad, but I kind of don't like that. Okay, so enemies have maximum concentration. Enemies have less cooldown recovery rate for the lower their concentration, scaling to 50% less. Cooldown recovery rate when concentration is 0. The cooldown recovery rate is interesting. That's a type of like CC I haven't really seen before. That maybe is good for bossing. 30% more damage to enemies based upon their missing concentration. Oh, there. Now it makes sense. So you concentration, you miss them, you do up to 30% more. Now it makes sense. Okay. And then let's see here. Grant skill, a sorcery ward. I don't like this sorcery ward thing. I'm sure that someone's going to make it gigatanky. Okay, what's ceremony abolition? This is new. 50% increased effect of sorcery ward. I just don't like this sorcery ward thing. Okay, Zealous Inquisition. 10% chance for enemies who kill to explode. That's that one. So then if I was doing this, I would take this 100% for mapping. I feel like 4-5, like 8-4-5, and then you have 2 left for 1, like 1-8, like 1-4-5-8, maybe. The problem is I really would like Decimating Strike, but like I just don't want to pay Culling Strike to get it. I guess the 30% life for map clear is nice, so you could go... For map clear, the move is probably 2-3-8, and... I mean, what, you just have to take 1 at that point? 1-2-3-8? This seems like it's going to be really good for mapping. Yeah, the Decimating... Like, I want Decimating Strike for bossing, but... I also kind of wonder for like mapping too, to be honest. Like having all this percentage and then Culling Strike being 30% of normal mobs means that if you have damage off the top that happens before your damage is applied, you imagine you shoot like a grenade, it does like, let's just say 10% of their HP gone, then you apply the damage, it's like another 20 or 30% of their HP, then you get the Culling Strike at like 30%. That feels to me like you could build a very good one-shot mechanic, especially if like Zealous Inquisition starts popping and then that counts as a hit and does the other things. Feels like a pretty big clear. Definitely not going to play this, but this looks strong. Now the one I'm like actually most curious about here, Gemling. Okay, 10% quality of all skills. That is nerfed. So that used to be 12%. Am I wrong? That is a nerf. +1 level of all skills. Wait, +1 level of all just right off the fucking rip? We haven't seen that before, have we? Just straight up +1 all? I mean, okay, so the first 2 are bangers. Okay, 30% less cost of skills. Skill gems have 30% more attribute requirements. I don't care about this at all because this is a non-factor. Grants 3 additional skill slots is great. 2 copies of the same support. Okay, wait, what the fuck? You can use 2 copies of the same support. Oh shit, you get to just double the use of all your supports. So now instead of only have like 1 added lightning as an example, you can have 2 added lightnings. Okay, how's the, I mean, holy shit. Okay, so how is this set up here? 5 is here, it's off of the back of 4. So you have to take the additional skill spots to get there, then you go 5. So quality and level seem like just insane, just raw bonus. Just 1 gem, you can use 2 copies, not all? No, that's not how I read it. You can use 2 copies of the same support gem in different skills. Meaning like you can use every support gem twice, not in the same skill, but in different ones. So you can use support gems twice as often, is how I'm reading that. So like, let's say you have like, I can use my bleeding gem in 2 different skills. I can use my added lightning in 2 different skills. I can use my added code in 2 different skills. That is how I'm reading that, which is actually completely insane. Same support gem, not all. Yeah, but it's a rule break. It's explaining the rule. Because right now the way it works is you can only use 1 copy of the same support gem. Now it's saying now you can use 2 copies of the same support gem. It's not saying that you can only pick 1 support gem and use 2 copies of that. Otherwise, it would say you can use 2 copies of a specific support gem. It would tell you that. 2 copies of just picking 1 support gem would actually just not be very good at all. 2 copies equal +2 of the same, but not all. If it's limited to only 1 support gem, like I have to pick added lightning and now I get 2 added lightnings, that seems like fucking garbage. Like that would be terrible. This reads to me the other way, which all support gems now are allowed to be used twice. That is the way I am reading this. Cool possibility for attribute stacking with 8. All right, let's see. Let's continue. I got stun locked by number 5 for a moment. +1 to maximum code res per 4 blue support gems. Fire res 4 blue, max lightning 4 green. So AKA you get max res almost for free at the end game, right? Why would you not want this? Maybe if you're not worried about defenses. Attribute requirements of gems can now be satisfied by your highest attribute. This is basically nice for just variety, just opens up. We've already read this one. Inherent bonuses from intelligence, strength, and dexterity are doubled. What the fuck? Like, strength is where you're getting most of your life. Intelligence is where you're getting a fuckload of mana. Wait, this just makes me... Okay, hold on. I was thinking like, oh, wow, you could be melee with this, but you could literally also be a caster with this. Is this not just the, like, build your own class? This is the fucking Lego class. Like, you just build whatever you want. Follow my train of logic here for a moment. Would this not be the most insane mana stacker archmage of all time? Like, you're stacking intel and you get mana from the intel, so you have a fuckload of mana. Starting position kind of sucks. Yeah, true enough. Yeah, okay, that's a fair point. I guess the starting position is kind of brew though. But you also get 2 copies of the same support gem, which would actually be good in Lightning also, right? Oh, God, you need to stop giving me classes that I want to play. Okay, so maybe the move is this, okay? So we go Titan because the Titan is, I think, Unga Bunga, brain dead. We can just make a build work. Like, we can just play the game with Titan, hit him with a stick. It's not hard to figure out. Then we take all the gear and knowledge we have from melee and build the Blood Mage melee, like better crit bleed variant, which is like a level up of the melee. And then we take everything that we farm from the Blood Mage melee and all the currency we have to build our Lightning Archmage from the Shock build. And then we take all the learning and gear that we have from the Shock-based Archmage from the Mage class. It's like the easier base variant of that. And we transfer that over to the Gemling, where we make the fully ascended Giga Chad version of the Archmage. So it looks something like... Okay, so it looks like this, all right? So we go Titan. It's easy. Okay? To Blood Mage melee needs... What did I just spell? Needs gear, knowledge. Okay, perfect. Then we go Mage, Shock. How the f do I spell Shock? Jesus Christ, why is there a C here? Put an X there. There's no C there. Shock, got it. Mage, Shock. That's easy, right? Then we go Gemling, Archmage. Hard, right? For the love of God, just type. No, it's more fun this way. So you go the Titan, we farm the gear, we get what we need. Then we go to the Blood Mage melee that needs gear and knowledge. Okay? Then we take that and everything we farmed and we build out a mage, a Shock Mage, and then we take the knowledge and gear from the Shock Mage and we build the Gemling Archmage. How's that for a process? Okay? I think we figured out our plan. Looks like the letter my 6-year-old nephew wrote to me yesterday. Thanks, man. I'm getting there. I think that's the way to do it. Okay? And then the whole time, we make sure that we repeat minion, bad, bow, bad. Perfect. That might be the move. What if you figure out what the monkey do is really good? The monkey's a minion, so confirmed monkey is dead to me. What about mana health, mana leech monk? I don't want to play the monk. We didn't look at the monk yet. Okay, so this class looks absolutely disgusting. So far, I'm thinking Titan, Blood Mage, Shock Mage, Gemling. Okay, let's look at the Invoker here. Gain 1 spirit for every 6 energy shield on equipped body armor. 1 spirit for every 15 evade. Wait, what the fuck? Evasion, radiant, body armor. Cannot gain spirit from equipment. Oh, so is this an aura? Is this for aura stacking? Is that what this is supposed to be? Evasion radiant also grants physical damage reduction. Holy shit! Isn't that crazy? Wait, so like evasion kind of gives armor? Evasion radiant granting physical damage reduction seems like kind of nutty. Keep reading. Grants meditate. Okay, yeah, meditate. Channels to recharge energy shield. Can overcharge your energy shield up to double its normal amount. Channeling ends when you take damage or your energy shield is double to its normal maximum. This cannot be used if energy shield is already double its normal maximum or you have no maximum energy shield. I mean, double ES is actually kind of crazy. I am the Blizzard. Shots. Gain 10% of damage as extra code on freezing enemies. Create shield ground. 10% of damage is extra lightning. On shocking enemies, create shock ground. I like the shock better than the freezing. Unbound Avatar. What's the Unbound Avatar do? Unbound Fury by inflicting elemental ailments with hits on enemies. Once you reach maximum Unbound Fury, consume it to become unbound for a duration, vastly augmenting your elemental... What the fuck does unbound mean? All right, whatever that means. Meta skills gain 35% more energy. So I'm assuming since we're doing elements, things like cast on ignite, etc., would be pretty insane with this. That seems pretty good. Yeah, I guess if you're doing elements and you have cast on elements, you're proccing that more often. Could be quite good. Critical hits ignore non-negative enemy. Wait, what the fuck? Just straight up ignore Ellie resist? That's like faux penetration. Okay, holy. Log in, I guess. Oh, what's this one? Grants elemental expression. Procs elemental expression on melee critical hit. Creates a fiery explosion, an arcing bolt of lightning, or an icy wave of projectile. The chance for explosion is proportional to your strength for a bolt person on your decks. Oh, okay, so it depends upon what you're doing it. Interesting. So this is like Trinity build. This is exactly the type of shit that I don't want to play. But honestly, it looks like some people are going to have a lot of fun with this. You're having like meta gems, tri-element. It's all the shit that I actually don't like figuring out, to be quite honest. But holy moly, this seems like a complicated class. Not really my style, but kind of crazy. The one I like better is the other monk. I'm actually having like a little bit of an internal crisis right now, trying to decide what to play because this is kind of changing. We'll talk about that in a moment. Let me not get baited here. Let's finish looking at these here. Mana Leech is instant. We already know that's disgusting. Mana Leech also affects energy shield. So you're literally leeching energy shield and mana at the same fucking time. Absolutely ridiculous. Chaos Inoculation, Mind Over Matter, Login. We already know this one. Disgusting. Chalupa's Gift here. Chaos Res is doubled, max Chaos Res. You don't really need that if you're going Chaos Inoculation, and that's a separate one anyway, so you don't have to waste the points there to get to somewhere important. And number 4, 23% chance to gain To gain 25% of damage with hits as extra Chaos damage. 13%, 50%. This is fucking disgusting. 7% chance to gain 100% of damage. I mean, it's a lot more damage. My math is telling me, hold on, let me just math this out. I think it's exactly 19.25% more damage. It's just less than 20%. That's what my quick maths, completely done by myself, is calculating out, basically. Hopefully I'm right about that. I was just quickly doing it in my head. Let's continue here. Let's see. Waking Dream grants Into the Breach. Creates a breach around you, allowing you to see nearby flames of chalupas. You are considered to be in breach while this is active. The Flame of Chalupa. Collecting flames of Chalupa grant the following bonuses. Red flames lead 7% of your maximum life to you. Blue flames lead 7% of your maximum mana to you. Wait, so once again, you're getting more mana back? Purple flames provide a stacking buff, granting 7% of damage as chaos damage for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 10 times. 10 times? You get 70% of damage as chaos damage? Why does this class seem really fucking good? Why do all of them seem really fucking good, honestly? Effects and durations of the chalupas on you is doubled. Effects are doubled? That's 140% chaos damage and 14% of leech. Dude, I get 2 chalupas for the price of 1. It's buy 1, get 1 chalupa. Oh my god, Taco Bell has never been so appealing. Embrace the darkness, remove all spirit. Base maximum darkness is 100. For each life or energy shield lost to damage, reserve 1 darkness instead if possible. Good thing it's or energy shield. Darkness reservation lasts for 10 seconds, plus 5 maximum darkness per level. So you get, 600 total darkness? So it's just 600 more HP. Am I missing something? Is this just like 600 HP more or something? It just seems like 600% HP. And then you lose all auras. Okay, not as overwhelming. I'm just appropriately whelmed, I guess. Moving on. 1% of damage is extra chaos damage per unreserved darkness. Okay. So you get, 30% more damage as extra chaos. 30% more, yeah, but 30% more damage as extra chaos, but you have to lose all your auras. So I think you literally, you lose more damage than you gain. And then reduce darkness reservation duration. Okay, so 7, 8, 9 is bait. You just, straight up don't take this. So you just pretend this doesn't exist. All right, we're going to do a straw poll now that we know all the Ascendencies. And we're going to see exactly which way the wind is blowing now. You ready? I will be going Titan. Holy shit, that many Invokers? Well, I would have got that wrong. Really? Okay, Witchhunter makes sense. Invoker is it is wild to me Invoker is getting that many. Blood Mage makes sense. Stormweaver, Witchhunter, Legionnaire, those all make sense. Pathfinder is at the fucking bottom, just getting shit on. Man, Titan is that high, dude. I know, of course, with the Titan, the new nodes from Titan coming out, I think a lot of people are probably being interested in Titan at this point. Wow, Chronomancer is that low. That is wild to me there, too. Literally no one wants to play Pathfinder. Pathfinder's like that kid that's picked last in the playground, and there's already an even number of people on each team, so he's just got to be thrown in with whoever. We have about 100% of the Pathfinder population when the game comes out in this poll right now. You know why it's called Pathfinder, right? You find the path to a different class. Pathfinder, when I hear Pathfinder, you know what I think of? The Nissan Pathfinder, an unattractive mid-car. Kind of boring, but I guess reliable, maybe. That's the Pathfinder. Basic and mid. What do you think of when you hear Titan? All right, that's fair. That's fair. I got you. Okay, you ready? The Titan is the Giga Chad. It's a Lamborghini. It's hot. It's fast. It's strong. It's expensive. It's what every man wants. This is the Titan. Log in. This right here is the Monk. This is the Invoker. Every middle-aged dude wants something that probably performs well and kind of pretend like it's hot, but you can't really afford the Lamborghini. You just want something that's like kind of cool and not too flashy. You can still kind of feel like an adult, but you know, it's got a little bit Giga Chad, kinda. Gem Legionnaire. Okay. All right. The Gem Legionnaire is a build your own vehicle that will blow the fucking pants off of anything else, but you're going to have to invest a god knows amount of currency into it and take forever to build the goddamn thing. That's the Gem Legionnaire. That shit will be fire, but it will take you everything you have to make it work. Okay? And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Cheers. Thank you everyone for coming by. Next stream, noon PST. That is 3 p.m. EST. All right, boys. Tomorrow, noon. See you then.